Families overall like doing good. A recent study showed that more than 80% of households in America donate at least to one nonprofit organization every year. Well, how do families learn about doing good in the first place? Author and blogger Laura Wells McKnight is here to talk about how you can learn about philanthropy. Now, I'm just thinking millionaires, a lot of time in your hands. How can, the average person become a philanthropist?
That is a great question, because who has time, really, women at home, especially with their families, don't have more than 15 or 20 minutes at a time to do something educational with kids.
Exactly. So if you're an average family an average family with a lot on your plate, how do you find time and how do you find money to help out?
Well, first you kind of take an inventory of everything you're doing that's already doing good.
Okay.
Because most families are doing a lot more good than they actually think. So you can show your kids how you're turning off lights, you're recycling all your cans of Diet Coke, you're picking up the trash, whatever. But you can also learn about philanthropy by going online. And that was something that a recent study showed that was fascinating, because I think a lot of parents think, well, our kids spend too much time online.
Mm-hmm.
But actually, we all know online is a really great place to learn about a lot of things, including philanthropy.
Okay.
So it was really interesting that these women did a little activity with their kids about doing good, recycling, giving to charity, volunteering, whatever. And then they went online to do a little project, and 92% of them said, wow, I would do that again because my kids learned so much with the combination.
Is that right? Can you give me some examples of what people can do and what they can find on the internet here locally?
Sure. I think one of the great things to do is just have your kids Google what they care about. So kids are really actually very good at articulating what they care about, and especially if you give them little suggestions. So I try to give my kids broad categories and say, okay, kids, today do you want to do good related to the environment and helping nature? Or do you want to do good by helping homeless pets? Or are there children that we want to help that maybe are in the hospital or who don't have enough to eat or don't have shoes on their feet? So you put it in terms like that for your children, and they get it. They get it pretty quickly. My kids always pick the homeless animals.
Okay.
Because we don't have any pets. Sure, that sounds fun.
Why not help
you can't bring any home, not even a hamster.
So how do you budget time for this with the kids?
You fit it into whatever you're doing.
Okay.
I think it's really unrealistic to ask families to add yet one more thing.
Is it realistic to set aside a certain time every week to do that? Is that realistic?
Well, I think some people can do that. That's not something I'm capable of doing. So I've figured out how to wrap it into other things. So if you're shopping at the grocery store, go down the aisles and show your kids products that are giving back. That's actually a really good thing to do. Like Campbell's Soup, for example, is a company that is doing a lot of things to give back. Or Box Tops for Education that we see on all the cereal boxes. And so when you are shopping and you show kids that companies are doing good, it ties it into real life. And I think that's actually a much more powerful way to learn than say, okay, kids, right now, let's learn. When you tell kids, we're going to learn, woo, the brain shuts down. So
I hear you. Well, thanks so much, Laura. I know families want to do good, and I know you want to do good, and Laura just helped us out a little bit. Alexis, what are you up to?